Hello and welcome to another episode of Chaos in London. We lay our scene this night, some week or so before All Hallows Eve, in the mortuary owned by a certain family known as the Milliners, a cadet branch of a slightly more famous family known as the Giovanni. And they're neither the great nor the good of the city have gathered to discuss family business in this private location. So how have you been settling into London, Maria?
Been fine. Just getting my feet under me. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. Had a little trip back home, but that all went very well. I think everyone's quite pleased with how things are progressing. Have you two been properly introduced?
No, I don't believe we have. Shall I offer him Maria Giovanni?
Ailey will take your hand. Ailey Dunsern. Pleasure to meet you. She has a really heavy Scottish accent.
Nice. Okay. Let me see. What was there? There's just been so many things going on. I'm trying to remember what we needed to discuss. I guess the first thing, there was sightings of some sort of people in skeleton costumes. Do you have any information on that?
In costumes. Did I miss something?
There was a request from the Milliners to assist with the matter. Apparently there were some vaguely described as skeleton beings who were stealing prospective recruits, both the quick and the dead, hanging out around shopping centres. I hadn't, to be honest with you, had much time to look into it, or it didn't seem appropriate for me to do so alone.
No, I would say not.
So, do we have any ideas or plan on how to proceed in this matter? I accept it's very sketchy information to go on.
When was the last time they were sighted? Anybody have any idea?
I'm just going to do the roll as per the side chat.
Roll as soon as I get. I totally spaced on getting my. I'm open there. I have my sheet and everything else up now.
That'd be in plus Giovanni lore. Okay.
Okay, I'll make sure to get my dice pool all set and ready so I at least know what I'm rolling. Sorry. Gotta get my Discord up and it's moving slow.
One success.
Discord seems to be moving slow for both of us on. So it's 8.
Yeah, my system's been slow. Right. Okay, Tiger. I would do something super cheesy, which I realised I could do today. I used Mind 1 to increase my intelligence for the scene.
Okay.
There you go.
3 successes. Right. I now have. I'll choose to only go to 5.
Fair enough.
And now I'll attempt that roll.
This is something that Carl would have done prior to the scene.
No, because it only lasts. If you do it for more than a scene, it causes problems. You get pattern bleed and stuff.
Fair enough.
So I'm rolling for it now. I'm actually I've got this special enchanting body, which makes my own body is my focus.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like.
You look at how pretty your skin is, you're like, I'm smarter now. Because magic.
So
Oh God.
actually, I'll look at twice. Whilst I've been in this character's headspace.
Sorry, Discord's still turtling.
I'll check my
Do you want me to roll for you, Holly?
Yeah, I've got.
Oh yeah, I have a 4 dice pool.
Okay.
Just move things along.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I just pulled it up on my phone. It's still being slow as hell on my computer.
I think I got it open now.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
You want to just get it then?
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, your effect will go off Carlotta. So
okay,
if you wanna-
So I'm okay, and now attempting my roll.
Standard, Tiger?
it is difficulty 8.
8. Ooh.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Very nice.
An amazing roll.
Holly,
Nope.
technically you wouldn't have had to roll now that I think about it, because it was brought up in your blue booking that, yeah, Harbingers.
Yes, you're right, it was.
Yeah.
So
Also, I completely forgot to get back to you on where he said they would be. However, he
Right.
did mention they are in a few graveyards and in some of the abandoned tubes for the subways.
oh, the abandoned subway stuff. Okay.
For 1 success, yeah, it's probably a Harbinger. Fucking
Oh,
Harbinger.
Jesus.
How many? You got 4 successes?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Harbingers. They're fucking nasty. Hate the Giovanni. Why? Fucking, I don't know. Never really got brought up, but they hate him. It's pretty much what your dear uncle, one of your dear uncles, explained to you when
Yes.
asked about it long ago.
Hmm.
The Harbingers. Goody.
Oh, also with 4 successes, I'll give you this too. They tend to be members of the Sabbat, but only as like kind of convenience thing, not so much you
Okay.
know.
Uh,
You know.
Amazingly, I do have Sabat Law 1 as well. That's relevant. Okay. So, they sound like they may be the so-called Harbingers. Rogue bloodline aligned to the Sabbat.
Have you ever dealt with them before?
No, I've heard about them, but no, I've not had any.
I've never dealt with them either.
No, there's no.
If they're hanging out with the spot, they could
They're known to have some issue with us.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well,
Well.
they do seem to be rather competing for the same prospects.
Well, we could always just inform the Camarilla there's Sabbat in the city. I'm sure they'll deal with it.
They might want a little more to go on.
yeah, I mean,
But I mean,
I heard they're hanging out in abandoned train stations and cemeteries. I had a conversation with his first name.
I believe Robert Milner.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was having a discussion on that briefly with Robert the last time I saw him.
Hmm. So, do we have a particular location?
Nope. Holly is gone.
My connection issues.
Okay. Well.
There you go.
Welcome back. Right. As I was saying, do we have a particular location, somewhere which we could go
That
to?
was special. Like I said, all I really know is cemeteries and abandoned train stations, subway.
Well, I could have somebody watch the areas and record and get footage and just give it to the camera and they can destroy it when they're done with it. It'll be evidence enough for them to investigate it. Oh, just everybody.
Sophia spoke into her phone while you was looking reflective. There are
How many cemeteries do we have in London?
cemeteries.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's probably quite a few. There's not a it's a famous one, isn't there? The I mean, for underground stations, I mean, this city had the first underground system, didn't it? So there's yeah, here we are. There's at least 40 stations no longer used for travel.
Okay.
Shelters in the war.
Well, if is that what you think would be best, having the Camarilla deal with them, or should we look into it personally?
Well, it's an option, but there may be drawbacks to bringing down Camarilla attention upon a group that have shared interest to
Would they
us.
fall under our clan matters?
If there's a bot, it's just as much their preview, but
They're affiliated to the Sabbat. They're not exactly a solid member of the Sabbat.
okay.
And I would be more concerned that if they have secrets of necromancy, we wouldn't want the Camarilla to get hold of them.
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, can you imagine the worst case scenario? Suppose we report this to the Camarilla, and they end up in a Tremere dungeon, being interrogated and tortured, and have their knowledge extracted. Can you see how that would look bad when word gets back to Venice?
No, yeah. Well, we can always do the surveillance thing anyway, see how many there are, see if we get an idea of what they're doing exactly. Unless you think we can buy them off.
Well, for what I hear, they have a deep grudge with us, and they are Canaanites, are they not? It's not like they place the same value on money that mortals do, I assume. Perhaps you should speak to the proper dead, see what they've heard about them. If they've been poking their noses in, making a disturbance over there.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
Do you think that's sensible?
It's the best thing we have. Surveillance is only going to give us so much.
Well, that is also a safe means of surveillance.
Yeah.
not safe as it usually is, given what they are, but
I can check with some of my people and see if they've noticed anything and anything weird. Various places of that nature.
There you go. Give me one sec.
I thought I remembered something. When you asked about cemeteries, I think there's Highgate Cemetery in London. It's quite famous. It's the one mentioned Dracula.
Just gonna get my book open here.
Huh.
There's many, many others.
Around this point, a figure that seems fairly heavily scarred and looks like he's missing a good chunk of his ear walks in dressed in a jumpsuit. When he walks in, the smell immediately changes to that of something horrendous that has been attempted to be covered up by like perfume or cologne or what have you. He's holding a broom and a dustpan, and he just kind of looks at you guys. Oh, sorry there, I didn't mean to disturb your meeting. He's just gotta sweep up in here before the boss man comes back.
There's that character. Okay. Rio look toward him and continue thinking.
Okay. Tiger, I've got all perception up.
Yeah, more up. Cool. 1 second. Let me look at the order chart. So his aura looks weak and faded, but it's a weak and faded blue color. Your character has probably seen this and would recognize this as a wraith, probably, possibly dubbed into a body, you know.
Right. Yeah, I've got spirit side as well. Okay. Well, Sophia's playing with her phone. I've pulled up a list of disused underground stations. As I say, there's 40 of them. Hang on. Here we go. Station opened as St. Mary's was what they called it, but actually it was a station for Whitechapel. Whitechapel, wasn't that where Jack the Ripper operated?
Let me make a roll.
In 1884,
I don't know.
1923,
Would that be a cult?
1938.
Probably be more academics because it's a historical thing.
Okay. Difficulty?
I'll call it standard because it's a pretty well-known figure.
Okay.
And like with his old characters might know about famous criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Two.
Hmm.
2 successes.
Yeah, Whitechapel is in fact where Jack the Ripper is believed to have been active in. In fact, one of the nicknames for him was the Whitechapel Murderer.
There you go. That is correct. That is where he operated.
Well, if you were going to pick a disused underground station to gather ghosts, wouldn't that strike you
I
as a good
guess that would be it.
That'd be a good one.
Would be.
There could be others, but that seems reasonable. There's the old one under the British Museum, but that one's probably too well guarded, I would think. Let's see. Well, but assuming we find let's give you a place to ask your servants about. but assuming that is such a place, what do we then? Are we then to proceed?
Well, we know they don't like us. They're doing similar things as far as dealing with the dead. They have connections with the spot.
Whatever they may be doing.
Well, we don't want the Camarilla getting a hold of them because of things they might know. Well, I guess the question is, do we want them dead or do we want to try to capture one and interrogate one?
I think both would be acceptable outcomes.
All right, say we try for option 2.
I would have thought there's obvious benefits to looks at both of you. To either of you, if you were to capture one of them.
Oh.
That's not how your kind works.
Certainly would be beneficial. Do we have the means to do so?
Certainly.
Well, I mean, I'm going to assume they're going to have appropriate security, defences, and traps down there. But maybe they rely on spirits as their guardians, in which case we can probably handle it.
That's where most of my talents lie.
The spirit and the corpse will kind of perk his head up and say, "Well, pardon me for interrupting, but if you want him dead, why don't you just throw like a grenade or something down there?"
That may cause a bigger scene than we need.
He'll look at you kind of blankly for a second. Oh, right. People tend to notice that.
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
Well, that's a possibility given that we want to kill them. We could always cover it up as a terrorist attack or something. But capturing, I'm trying to decide on the way to capture one.
Oh. Capturing one may also lead us to others.
Right.
I mean,
Do
I
we
can
have
deal
any
with
idea
spirits.
on numbers, Tiger?
I'm sorry?
Do we have any idea on numbers? Is it just a couple that have been seen or a lot?
They've only seen a couple, and it's generally known that there's not a huge amount of them, period. So, probably fair to assume there's not a whole lot. But it's also pretty well known that just about all of them are old as balls. So, which for vampires, you know.
Spilled milk.
Yeah.
Well,
We know they're old, so they're not going to be. Well,
well,
that's not
if,
sure.
if we know where they are and we know the area they operate in, we could lay an ambush for one and try and catch one alone outside its haven.
That could work.
One option is to round up the ghouls and send them all enjoy the day.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
And we're going to assume they'll have they will still have their traps and defences, but
Well, that's what some of them are for.
well, I mean, we are not without our talents. Yeah, I've seen you know how to fight, Ali, and you have that blade I gave you, I assume.
I'm pretty good with a gun, though. We don't really want to use that here either.
Well, down in the underground is probably as good a place as any.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to be that effective against K-Knights?
Probably not.
Well, we could do the goals during the day, and if that fails, maybe that'll flush them out.
Well, the milliners might not appreciate getting all their ghouls killed. At least not without results to show for it. Hmm. Well, should we perhaps relocate to somewhere closer by? You can find a local race to the area and then question it for more information. And
Yeah,
see
we
what that
can
gets us.
start there.
Now, before we set off on the, are there other matters that we should discuss? Any other affairs in the city?
I think that was the big one.
That's the real big one. I'm still working on building a working relationship with that Tremere fellow.
Ah, yes. How is that going?
Slowly,
Mm,
but well.
do you want to?
What do you know about him?
He owns a cult shop. He's looking to try to sort of create, well, I don't want to call it an Elysium, but I can't think of a better word for, maybe a neutral ground is perhaps a better word for everyone, not just the likes of our own. She glances at Maria, but like Carlotta and the shifty types as well.
Interesting. Does the Camarilla know about that, or is he just doing that on his own?
We're both under the impression that, being as we haven't heard much of what the Camarilla is doing, they aren't doing much.
Okay.
So, no.
All right. Yeah, well, I want to go nearby, see about getting the Wraith over there.
I don't suppose either of you would recognise the name Chicken Blue Book. Hold on for a moment. Valentino?
Any particular or role I can make?
Do you have mage lore, cult of ecstasy lore, anything like that?
Let me see.
If so, then yes. If not, then no.
Nope.
Hmm.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Valentino was an Italian magician from the 15th century. He died very recently, a few months ago.
Oh,
How did he die?
He was eventually destroyed by a group of local mages.
Oh. For what reason?
Oh, well, trying to kill gods, being an undead abomination, things like that.
Hmm.
So he managed to, by his own power, obtain, well, an unliving state, one that allowed him to endure for centuries,
It's impressive.
and retain his arts.
That's even more impressive.
Hmm.
I wonder how that aligns with our skeleton friends showing up. If
Hmm.
if that interested them at all.
An interesting point.
Do we know when the first sighting for them was?
I heard about them a month or two ago, but I don't know when the first sighting was.
Do we know who saw them?
The milliners brought it to me. They were not specific. So Valentino has been, say, destroyed. It's believed to be permanently. But I have located his library.
Oh.
You can imagine why that would be of interest. And indeed his house. I've got access to the library at the moment through a few carefully chosen words, and I'm trying to decide how best to proceed with it. The house is warded so that mundanes are unable to find it. However, beyond that, there is a powerful bound guardian spirit. Now, I've been well. It's not bothered me coming and going there, but I would be concerned if we tried to take the library away. It might object. So, I don't know if either of you have any thoughts on this matter.
How powerful a spirit do you think it is?
Hard to say. I haven't had a face-to-face encounter with it. It's powerful. It's not a spirit as you would know it. It's a nature spirit.
Ah.
It's within my power to affect, but it's not a combat I would seek to enter lightly. There's also a resident mage that lives there, a martial artist vigilante, but he's not the sharpest tool in the box.
Is would the spirit be of interest to any of the shifters to possibly dispatch?
Well, it might be of interest to them, but I'm not sure why they would. I don't know, to be honest with you. I've not thought about that. I don't know whether they would want to dispatch it, or whether they would simply worship it, or what they would do. Ali, that's more your people, Saria. What do you think?
Well, I don't know a whole lot on spirits, but it might be something they can deal with, or at least look into.
No.
Though I don't think I've met any of the shifters in the city. So I might be able, and if some of my people can look into it.
There were like maybe half a dozen of them around, but 4 of them went off to the Amazon a month ago and haven't come back.
The Amazon, huh?
So, are there any other matters we should discuss while we're all here? Any other individuals of particular importance that we should all be aware of?
Nothing that I can think of.
Well, in that case, we should get our things together and so we head to somewhere nearby. Well, we assume it's this train station, and see what the local dead have to say about the place. I suppose if they're curiously all missing and absent, that would tell us something. Okay. Was one of you able to drive us there?
I can have my ghoul do so.
That would be lovely.
Okay, Tiger. We go to the place. We do the thing.
Go to the place and do the thing. All right.
Yes.
What thing exactly are you doing, though?
Okay, so on my phone, I've called up this list of disused underground stations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's given me the location which I've already talked about. So it used to be it's called St Mary's on Whitechapel Road. So it literally Whitechapel. And so we're going to presumably find a discrete space there, and presumably our friendly necromancer is going to necromance and look for some spirits to ask, like, "Oi, what's going on around here?"
Right.
For reference, I have all my usual sites up. So I have all perception, I have spirit sight, I have prime sight.
Okay.
Is this place pretty much abandoned?
I assume we go on the surface, not like down into the disused underground. At least to start with.
I mean, it's pretty late at night, so there's a huge amount of people milling about, but there's still some people out and about.
Okay, I will not use that yet.
Gonna keep an eye on things and
I'm just looking up. So this place,
watch everybody's back.
Okay. So there's a small chapel down here, St Mary, at the end, hence the name of the station. This road is ancient. This was originally a Roman road. So we as Italians would naturally take credit for this. And it's now all like Bangladeshi community. So a lot of Asian food and shops.
Second.
Okay.
Okay. That did not work.
Remind me which realm you look into with the spirit sight.
Oh, good question. Let me check the old blue book. How to affect stuff.
Because that's a little.
It's a good point, and it might be one of those cases where I haven't properly specified. But because of my special merit, don't I have Death Sight anyway?
Yep, that's
So yeah, so therefore I have both.
I'm gonna have, if I can, I'm gonna try to get Witness of the Dead up again.
Yeah, because I had the Deathwalker merit. So,
let me look at the merit real quick because I don't remember if it just defaults to that to the like Shadowlands or if it just means you can see into it constantly.
I think it might. Good point. I'm not 100%. It might be just like I don't think I see into the Shadowlands, but I have Death Sight.
Yeah, let me look at it real quick.
Out of
It's a good
character,
merit. Sorry, Nick.
out of character, you can blow a willpower to get a success on Necromancy, right?
Generally, usually yes, but we're using the rules from Rites of the Blood, where you have to roll willpower for it, and I personally do not allow willpower to be spent on willpower rolls.
Okay, so you roll willpower for Necromancy?
Yeah, every like kind of blood magic uses willpower, as far as we're concerned, just to make it simpler.
Alright, so just roll straight willpower.
Yep. It should be which dot are you using?
Witness Death?
Witness Death, is that the first, second, or
That's the first.
first? Okay, and that's Sepulchre Path?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll just be at
Say it again?
it'll be at difficulty 4.
Okay. Alright, I did not know that. Power.
Yeah, it just says you tend to view the other worlds through the Vidar Mortem, so whenever you do activate Spirit Sight, you will be looking into the Shadowlands.
Okay.
Keep. How many times are you allowed to? You can do it as much as you want, I guess.
I think you. Okay, we sort of told you always have to spend a blood point as well, but
yeah.
I don't know if that's the thing. Recommends.
Yeah, I believe so.
Try again.
Aelia is keeping a very close eye on things like that she is able to do. Anything off in the area, and
go ahead and give me a perception investigation.
okay.
There you go. You finally got it kicking.
Jesus, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where were you? There we go.
All right. So 3 blood.
I'm going to assume it's standard for the perception investigation.
Yep.
Okay. My dice hate me.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Hang on, I'm just looking around.
See some dog tracks. Maria and Carlotta, since you're both kind of looking to the Shadowlands, there are a much higher amount of wraiths around than there are normally.
Huh.
Some of them kind of look like they're just kind of floating on through, doing wraith stuff, as wraiths do. But
Best stuff.
Yeah, a few that are leading or are closer to the entrance of the abandoned station are kind of scanning the area.
So the ones near the station looking around.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
How close are you guys to the station?
Not particularly. Well, what's the entrance to it? Because it's an underground station, isn't it? So, or not, or
It is.
is it
There's
like a
like
stairway? It's like an old stairway down to it, or what? I don't know how to imagine it.
I'm kind of imagining like a little like a little concreted area built, and then there's like a dome, or not a dome, but like a circular lid, kind of like over a sewer that you lift up, and then there's a ladder down. Not that you guys really see the ladder, but you know what I mean. So yeah, they're scanning the area.
Okay, so they've got right. So it looks like sentries.
How many are scanning?
There are about 5 scanning the area.
Oof.
Okay, well I'll gesture for people to Fortress to move slightly off so we can have a sensible conversation.
She'll limp on over.
I assume you saw that as well.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a few.
Looks like we found the right place. And they're going to be there during the day as well, aren't they? So wouldn't fancy the ghouls' chances.
Well,
Were you guys trying to be like sneaky whilst you were looking at this place?
Yeah, well, I'm just a human who's got the sights up I have all the time, so...
Yeah, fair.
as sneaky as I can be with the cane and whatnot.
Okay. Maria, you will have to roll a dex stealth.
Right? Ailey's just kind of apparently looking lost.
I don't think she's going to
You know.
bother being sneaky. She's probably just going to be kind of behind the car looking over.
Okay.
So that, you know.
As you're kind of, we'll like go back real quick. As you're looking like at them, you notice them kind of scanning. All 5 of them at one point just look directly at you.
That's fun and unsettling.
Yeah. Simultaneously.
Yeah. Well, they know we're here.
Well, this is your sphere. Can you deal with them?
I need to know their names. So I cannot at the moment. I can possibly gather others to try to deal with them later. Am I close enough to where I can get kind of a description of them?
Yeah. They look like pretty standard Joe Schmo, like regular people, worker class.
Tiger, can I cast my sights on or extend to someone else? I'm not 100% sure. I can try and look it up, but I'll just ask you if you know.
I'm gonna say yes, but it'll be it'll be at a dot higher than it would normally. Yeah, I can do that because I've got sufficient spirit to cast that.
Okay, right. I'm going to. Okay, right. Wave Valley over. Okay.
She'll go up.
I believe you
Towards
wanted.
Carlotta.
If you wanted to learn the family arts.
That I do.
Okay. I'll place my hands on the side of her head. I lightly place my thumbs on her eyeballs and speak a Latin incantation, and I'm going to give her spirit sight into Shadowlands.
Sorry, did you say directly onto her eyeballs?
Like with her eyelids shut.
Okay. I know, it's just like an out of character, like, thing for me.
Don't touch my eyeballs.
I had an optician do it to me once, actually. The old school opticians could actually judge your pulse from it. They could tell you if you've got blood pressure in your eyes.
That sounds.
Eyes are fucking weird and gross.
One success. What's that going to be, like a scene?
Well, you'll need to put at least one into effect. So we do the splitting.
Yeah, well, one into effect to it, and then I'll maintain it on concentration for the scene.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Persuasion. First time you can behold the Shadowlands. Everything around you looks decaying.
Everything is awful. You see the rays staring right at Maria.
They're still staring at me.
Yep.
I'm gonna wave.
Right.
One of them waves back and smacked on the back of the head.
Nice.
Well, there's two options here. We could leave, we could talk to them, or we could do the other option.
I don't know how far talking will get us.
Well,
Do they look threatened by us?
Not at the moment, but they are definitely watching Maria.
you two will definitely stand out to them. The way they see the world is different to the eyes of humans.
Well, depends on what you want to obtain through talking.
Well, you can try and bluff, because they may not be that well briefed or that sharp. But I don't want a situation where we bluff away inside and then are trapped.
I'd prefer to have more information, but I'm not sure how much more we can get with 5 of them and.
Or you can go and stab them.
Do that. I assume you mean the ones inside, not the ones outside?
Well, I was assuming you'd be stabbing the ones outside on the way in.
Does Carlotta have common sense?
No.
No? Fair enough.
I don't.
Do you have common sense?
Does who?
I kind of over useful merit.
A very useful merit, and nobody ever takes it every time
I do,
ask.
and then I get talked out of it.
Right.
I don't have anything to stab them with.
Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to notice.
No. That's that. Well, Ali's already got a private chatting knife. I gave her one.
Yes, she
I've got one which I can give to you.
She holds up her cane.
Would that work on them?
No.
Well, this
my
will.
ability, my combat prowess is not very impressive.
You're a cane knight.
I am.
Well,
Is you guys said Maria's school drove you here, right?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So he's presumably still in the car, which you guys are like right next to.
Yes.
Okay. He'll just kind of poke his head out the window. Oh, I could help with that.
Yeah.
Possibly.
He can do that.
What's the girl's name? Did you come up with a name for her?
Michael,
Michael. Okay.
I believe. Let me look at the. He's my investigating thug.
Fair enough. He's got a nice hat on today. He's got a driver's hat on.
Nice.
That's
Right. Well,
Well, they know we're here either way.
Which means we might not get this opportunity again.
Correct. And they're still staring at me, Tiger? All right. You have a weapon that's useful, right? She says, pointing to Allie.
Aelia definitely has a knife.
And he can borrow yours? Yes, pointing to
Yes.
Carla. Okay. Well, it will not be a ton of help in there, but we can give it a shot.
And you do anything with your arts?
Not without having something they possess
Fine. Okay.
or a name.
Right. Well, Ali, if you want to take the point, I'm sure good Mike here will stand by your side. I'll be not far behind. I'll be not far behind you, and I'll make myself useful.
I can make a corpse shift. I'm sure that will scare them.
Well, of course, there is. You both have something which would hurt them, don't you?
I assume.
Gestures to her. Is that right? Oh, I want to make that Tiger.
I'm sorry?
Do vampire fangs hurt race? Actually, I don't know if they do or not. Think about it.
No,
I think only Nagaraja is at a certain level, right?
I think that's correct.
Okay.
Generally, you have to be on, because, these guys are not in the regular world. They're still in the Shadowlands.
Yeah.
You guys are still on the regular world.
Okay, just I'm not sure if I understand the metaphysics or not. Then, so do prime training weapons hurt them at this point or not?
If you can get it to touch spirits, then yes, which is just like a spirit tube thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Sorry, for some reason I thought primal weapons did. Anyway,
I believe so.
but I mean, whatever.
I can see cases for and against it. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's more like if they're insubstantial spirits in this world, with that sort of thing, rather than in this. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, your call is that I need to use a touch spirit effect for that to work.
Yes.
Okay, I believe I do actually have that as a rote I've learned. Can I cast that on these people?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So you can't.
Also cast it on yourself in the process. Those need to spend the.
Okay.
extra
Right. Well, so it's going to be 2 for the effect, and then 4 if I want. No, 3 if I want 3 additional targets to affect everyone.
Because you're getting the goal too, correct?
Sorry.
You're getting the goal as well.
Yes. So 2 for the effect, 3 for the additional targets, plus maybe some duration. Wouldn't hurt. Okay. Okay. I'm going to affirm that because of me as who and what I am, by the authority of my blood and my lineage and my family name, I have the power to a mastery over these spirits and can bless these people with that. And I'm going to yeah, okay. Let's do that. So base diff for spirit is base diff 5, minus 2 for the enchanted body is 3. Let's go with that. 3 successes on the first roll, goes up to diff 4 on the second roll. 3 successes on the second roll. That gives me plus 1 extra success, which gives me a duration of currently, what's that?
How many are you putting to duration?
Well, currently I've got 2 for effect, 3 for additional targets, and 1 spare currently for duration, which is not very long.
It'll be enough for the same.
But I might want to. I'll roll again. I want a bit more to last more than one scene. So that now diff 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
I failed that roll. I'll stop there. So yeah, just for the scene.
Okay.
Not a bot, just a fail. So okay, everyone, you can now touch race for this scene.
Fantastic.
Right.
No. Right.
Down and touch race.
Whether you do that appropriately or not is up to you.
Let's not black dog it tonight, yeah.
Hey, it's Giovanni. We're kind of
Right.
And this is a abandoned subway station, right?
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, make the most of it.
Will that work on firearms?
No, it'd only be for stuff that is melee range.
Michael, you have an extra knife.
Hang on, sorry, does that mean that everything that we use will now work?
For sake of ease, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, fine.
So
Gotcha.
knives, fangs,
I'm going to use my cane.
fingernails.
Michael can use a knife. That's fine.
You asked if Michael had an extra knife, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll kind of like pat down his jacket, pat down his boot. He'll like lift up his leg, pull a knife out from his boot, and hold it out to you hilt first.
She'll take it. Thank you. Do you have anything under your hat besides your hair?
He lifts his hat and pulls out an extendable baton.
It's impressive. You're getting a
He
raise.
does like a small bow.
How long will these enchantments last?
Difficult to say. Not long.
Okay, then we don't have time to do that. Very well. I was going
Time
to
to
suggest
stabby.
possibly going to a graveyard, digging up a corpse, and getting clothing and a name, but we'll do it this way.
Right.
After someone.
Hint,
Michael.
you might want to spend blood on your physical stats, guys.
Right?
Okay. Is it 1 per 1? Right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can go to a max of 6 and have it last for the scene.
I might want to up my dex because
Dex, stamina, strength. Write this down.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have that necklace too.
Do remember to keep track of how much blood you spent, and recall that
Yep.
you spend 1 blood whenever you awake.
Well, I'm glad that I have that locket. 2 right out of that to at least up my dex.
Sounds good.
Well, let's Is everybody ready?
Just about. What's the max you can take a stat to?
6.
6.
6.
Technically, you can go up to 7, but that only lasts for 1 round.
Okay.
If you go to 6, it'll stay up for the scene.
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Yeah, go then.
All right.
That freaking ritual hurt.
I bet. How much blood are you at now?
I'm at 3.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
What's your self-control rating?
3.
Alright. That won't be super important until later, but it's a good thing to keep in mind.
Is that risk of frenzy? That's what we're going with.
Yeah, whenever you, like, encounter a person.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Is
say your
there-
roll doesn't count, because I'm not that rude.
Is there a limit or somewhere you should keep blood at?
I have to find the rule for it, but there is something that's basically if you have your blood rating at X number minus your self-control, the next time you encounter blood or somebody who's alive, you have to roll self-control. The next time you drink from somebody, you have to roll self-control to not just fucking drain them dry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe I should put it at
yeah,
4
you-
instead.
Frenzy. It's like, well,
We'll put it at 4. So,
Like I said, it's not super important right now.
okay, go.
no problem. I'm just
All
feel
right.
safer.
I guess if we're going in for some stabby, and it's time.
Yep. Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
I will leave this choice up to you. Do you want all the race to act as one, or do you want me to roll separately for them?
Well, it depends. Time wise.
I know it's super late for Nathan.
probably queasiest if they all go at one.
Yeah. I've got about an hour. And then I'm good.
Okay, I'm on.
Okay. And what's the init dex and
Yeah, 1d10 plus your weight.
what's
Don't forget incorporate weight for blood.
It's index. It did.
Mm,
7? Okay.
And go ahead and put your initiative in the side chat whenever you get it. Yikes, okay. Alright. So I will go ahead and put the order into the side chat.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot to roll for the goal, I'm sorry. Okay, the goal will go before the race.
Yeah.
So you guys,
Go, Michael.
Yep.
And his baton.
oh yeah.
It's your birthday.
We got Maria at 9, Carlotta, 8. Okay. So you guys gave the go 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 order. Michael is going to go go go, as it were. He's going to strike at one of them. He'll strike at the one that smacked the other one on the head earlier.
That's right.
Because that guy seems like an asshole.
Probably is.
And obviously in charge. Yeah.
Do what?
Well, it's an NPC character. You kill the leader, the rest of them run off. Obviously, that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be how it works with the rates for sure.
And he hits. Okay, cool. I misread a 7 as a 1. I'm rolling with actual dice because I got these cool changeling base dice and they're dope and I have it.
Nice.
I have them.
Oh, absolutely.
Show those wraiths who's boss, Michael.
Get it, Mike. Get it. I mean, he rolled 4 damage. It's a baton, so it's more like bashing.
Oh, he's
Right.
No, I gave him my enchanted knife.
Oh!
Yeah. No, they want me having it. I gave it to him. So
Okay.
he's got it with my enchanted prime 2 Akdam knife.
Yeah, okay.
With
Cool.
potent
Now I gotta look up if Race can still aggravated.
Hey, aggravated damage.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Race can still gag.
I have no idea. It's been so
They
long.
can.
I don't think they can either, but I wanted to.
There is no Wraith Fortitude, as far as I'm aware.
Right, but I mean, certain splats can still gag.
Werewolves. I don't think changelings can.
Standard
mind if I
knife is
go get a
diff
drink real
5,
quick?
correct?
His Wraith can soak bashing and leaf. Okay. So yeah, that one takes 4 damage. It's looking a little. Well, that's gonna be awkward. All right.
It's possible I'm very surprised. It's like, what? I've been
You guys
stunned.
mind if I go grab a drink real quick?
Surprise!
These guys can see me.
What's that, Nick?
You mind if I go grab a drink real quick?
Yeah, man, go for it.
All right, be right back.
I wonder if the dog got it. I had to pull it out.
That's what he said. Yeah. Okay. So that wraith is going to respond. Let's see. I should have been expecting you guys to go ahead and do this, and yet I wasn't.
There you were. Oh, okay. I thought you were. Okay. I did.
I didn't expect you guys to go up and just straight up start fighting wraiths.
Well, to be fair, if anyone could do it, we should be able to.
Fair.
Right?
That is kind of our thing.
Yeah.
The other one was just to walk up and
Unite.
go, do you know who I am?
Okay.
Out of my way. Just see if they fall for it. But
So that one's going to rear back and fucking go for a haymaker towards Michael, the one that just got stabbed, basically. It's to the head. That's willing it. He has to spend a pathos.
All right, I am back.
Oh, right. The one that Michael just stabbed is throwing a haymaker at your goal.
No. Oh, he's just punching him? He'll be fine.
Michael's not looking too great. He just took. Oh no, he can soak. That's right.
Oh, Michael.
You can say
Michael can soak. He's looking at 6 bashing right now. He's soaked 2. We're about equal on damage. The Wraith is obviously far worse.
Just getting an image of a guy like stabbing Mike Tyson and then Mike Tyson just knocking him out.
That's basically what happened. The Wraith yelled out, "You're not Alexander," as he punched him.
He yelled out, "You're not Alexander." I feel like that's a reference I should be getting. It's
something Mike Tyson yelled in one of his speeches. "You're not Alexander, I'm Alexander. My fighting style is impetuous."
Imagine his voice too. That's hilarious.
"I'll eat your heart out and kill your children."
I'll eat your children.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? Let's try and...
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by Mike Tyson. He just shows up. One of the race is going to open its mouth and begin to going to begin to sing.
Okay. I have Wraith Law 1. What's it doing?
You have what?
I have Wraith Law 1. What's it doing?
Roll intelligence Wraith Law.
My normal intelligence.
I want to do that too.
Go for it. Anyone very can roll it.
Nice. What's the diff?
It'll be, we'll say difficulty 6.
1.
1 success. There is a guild of wraiths called the Chanteurs who tend to power their abilities through music.
They have fucking bards?
Basically.
What the hell?
Oh, wow, they have a balanced party.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You fools.
You said difficulty 6.
Yeah, it's difficulty 6.
I got, oh, okay. I can roll that, but I have to blow 3 blood on goddamn necromancy. 3 successes.
3 successes?
Yeah.
One of their powers that they like to do is cacophony. It tends to deafen and disorient people.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Alright, you got 3 successes. Let's see. So for 3 turns, everyone within hearing range is deafened and disoriented.
It's fantastic.
Yep. It's a +1 difficulty on most rolls, and nobody can really hear each other over the screaming. So,
Okay, it's a Banshee.
it's a Banshee, yeah. Unfortunately, it also affects his bros.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike Tyson's depth perception will be off.
Alright. That is Wraith number 2. Wraith number 3, seeing that Michael has managed to stab his boss, also going to try and punch him. Oh dear. You got 5 to hit.
Oh.
On a 5 dice roll.
You just got George Foreman.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh dear. You might to gain a race companion.
Yeah. Well, I have his name, so
Yeah.
no crying over spilled milk.
Yeah. He only rolled 4 bashing.
Oh.
On a dice pool of 8, so
Well, that's,
pretty good. Michael's up to 1,
Nice.
which will put him. Yeah.
Stay down. Just stay down.
Just stay down, Michael. Tried your best. You did all right.
I assume he's got blood to heal.
Well, I mean, he's incapacitated.
He can still spend his blood points to heal, surely.
I don't think so.
You can't heal yourself on.
I mean, you can normally, but I'm not sure if it's a reflexive thing or if you have to actually, like, consciously do it.
Wow.
And it's not his turn regardless.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. Okay, yes. Sorry, go
So, yeah.
Michael
Ray...
went night.
Sorry?
Michael went night.
Yeah, Michael probably doesn't even know.
Happy nap.
Is Michael actually family?
Yes. Not Giovanni proper, one of the lower ones, yeah.
Right, okay, that says he does count for more then.
Yes.
Okay. He's not Giovanni, but he's extended family. Right. He's not just random ghoul. Okay.
Wraith number 4, seeing that at least one of you managed to actually hit people and deal a good amount of damage to his boss, is saying, man, I really don't want to get hit with that. See what difficulties? Okay. He will just kind of start grabbing at himself and just kind of thickening certain parts of himself. Like, parts of him look very skinny now, but he looks much thicker and more armored. It also looks like he's having a little trouble moving at this point due to all of that. And with Wraithlore, I'm going to go ahead and give this to you. He used Moliate to make himself more armored.
Nice.
Yep. And then Wraith number 5, who looks a little... This was the one that waved at you earlier.
Yay.
He looks a little nuts, to be honest.
Oh, no, that's not good. I don't want his waves.
He's going to point at Maria and say, "You'll accept my gift."
I'd rather not.
Okay. So he's going to point at you. I will let you make a reflexive willpower roll. Difficulty 6 to resist this.
Yay.
You have to beat 2 successes.
All right. It's anyone's game at this point. My dice rolls tonight. Four.
4? So you feel like a brief moment of like haziness, disorientation, but you quickly kind of shake it off. So you're perfectly fine. After that, it is now Eileen's turn.
The one that's singing, can I stab it in the throat?
You can certainly try.
Okay. That's a called shot, and it's 1 higher because of that, and 1 higher because of what he did, right?
Correct.
So I'm looking at a diff.
Normally 6, so it'll be diff 8.
Right.
Willpower.
Yeah. Spending a willpower.
I love Nathan from the background. I was like, willpower.
I was like, and a willpower.
So you're getting Wraith number, I believe it was 2. That was the strong 2.
Come on. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I spent that willpower because I have 1 to hit.
Yeah. Go and roll damage. You're using a knife, right?
Yes.
Oh wait, no. Knives start at div 4, so it'd actually be div.
Div 6? Do you want me to
Yes.
re-roll it? Or just
No, that's still
That's
worse.
2 successes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll your damage.
Alright. Potence goes for this too, right?
Yeah, because it's strength.
Yeah.
So
Strength.
you could spend the blood to make the potence automatic
Yeah.
if you want to.
I might as well spend a blood to make that potence automatic.
Automatic unsinkable damage is quite scary.
Let's see.
Also, a knife.
Come on.
Just
Jeez.
have ghost knife. Nathan, did you make this also an ag knife or just a
Yes,
stat?
I gave an ag knife my blue book a while back.
Okay.
Okay, so
Your basic 5-2 enchanted weapon.
Okay.
one, 2. And it's aggravated.
2.
Do you have any auto?
Yep. Yep, the auto. So that 3.
Oh, 3.
I forgot that I declared that.
So he will take the 3 ag. You successfully stab him.
On the
Maria,
throat.
yeah. The singing stops. Difficulties are back down.
Fantastic. I have his regular knife. Right. So, all right, gonna swing with my dex of 4. Spend willpower.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What's the difficulty on a knife?
Difficulty 4.
4.
And you're just like doing a general stabbing?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 successes.
So,
I'm just doing dex. I don't have any melee. Does that make any difference?
it'll increase the difficulty by 1, but that's still...
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and roll strength plus 3 rollover plus 1. And which one are you stabbing?
The singing one?
Singing? Okay.
Yeah.
And this is just with a regular knife.
Strength rollover 6 of 2. Yeah. 6, okay. What? I don't think I did that right.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It still works. So that's 4 lethal.
Yep.
It's soaked 1, so it'll take 3. That Wraith right there is pretty accurate.
Good. Hank?
And now it is Carlotta's turn.
Okay, right. So our Ghouls Rush did have dropped. You two have rushed on the Banshee and seriously hurt it. Look a bit grim. Okay, let's pull something out of the bag. I'm going to start charging up a Spirit 3 pattern attack. I'm spending more power. The diff now. How does the paradox work here? Because I'm targeting Shadowlands. Does that make it coincidental?
Yeah, because it won't actually have an effect in the real world.
Or do I have to roll to pass the shroud? Or how does that? Is that a thing? Or no? Does the touch? I'm confused.
You will have, the difficulty will be the shroud, which is pretty low in this area. So it'll be difficulty 4.
Oh, okay. So that's actually easier than normal. Okay. Right, diff 4, spending more power. Let's go for it.
Which one are you targeting?
Let's go for the armored one. Well, actually, I may well. All right, okay. I've rolled 2 successes. 1 full power is 3 successes. If I unleash it now, that's 6 ag.
Wait, how many successes did you get total again?
I've rolled 2 successes, and I've got 1 full power is 3 successes.
Okay.
Which will be 6 ag if I unleash now. But I was thinking I might build it up and do an extended action cast, unleash next turn, and then do splurge multi-target cheese.
Right.
I will do that. I am staying at the back. I am charging the effect up on an extended action cast.
Sounds good. That will bring it. Nobody had celerity, actually. Nobody has celerity. Okay. So that'll bring it to top of the round. I'm going to look to see if Michael can heal reflexively real quick.
I think is it stamina plus survival at diff 6?
Maybe.
You got 1 success.
It specifies vampires don't do that. What about ghouls?
I believe it's the same for ghouls. I mean, if not, actually, since it's on incap, he can spend his action. He can do it as his action and not do anything else. Because. Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that.
Demon!
Cool. So yeah, he will spend a blood to heal. So he is back on his feet, but that's about. Well, he's not on his feet. He's
back
brown.
My 5 dice.
That'll be his action. So bring it to the race. First, the Mike Tyson goal is going to walk over to Maria. He noticed her first, and now she has stabbed his friend.
He doesn't need to.
Go ahead.
He doesn't need to.
He does. 2 to hit. Spend 8 votes to outrage dice. Or as damage. So 6 bashing.
Okay, I'm gonna try to soak.
Well,
And vampires do half bashing damage after they soak, so keep that in mind.
Okay, so let me see here.
wow.
Stamina is.
Whatever he pumped it to.
Stamina. I pumped it to 6. All right. There we go.
So it looks like you soaked 2. So you'll take 2 bashing. So you dealt 6 originally, soaked 2, 4, half that. So yeah, this guy just kind of rears back and punches Maria square in the face. And he looks a little surprised that it didn't do as much damage as he thought it was going to do.
She will smile a fangy smile.
Race 2, now that he's unable to sing and is kind of sad.
Well, Father, I just want to sing.
No!
Stop that. All right.
Okay, what's happening? Where are we?
Tiger's trying to find the rules for a roll.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry.
Holly's talking smack to the poor Banshee, man.
I always talk smack in the side chat.
I did to
Go
the
ahead,
serpent
Tiger.
thing.
Yep. Pretty great.
I'm sure Banshee Man is contradictory terms, but
Yeah,
I
kind
know.
of.
Yeah,
like, we assumed it's gender.
I am now.
Yep.
I do and don't like how they read books like that.
I haven't gotten a chance to look over the new one yet.
It's pretty good. Only problem is like it. So instead of having the guilds and then the arcanoi, they have the guilds with the arcanoi. So you have to know which arcanoi goes with which guild if you want to find it.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
They had some. I got the skim, and I saw some guilds I didn't even recognize.
There were
They
some
had-
like lost guilds that were in like second ed, but they were hidden away in another book, and then they just made them call them.
Sorry.
Here.
Maybe we we can bring Michael back as a Risen.
Risen or fucking dope.
Amazing.
He's not dead yet.
He he'll be stone dead in a minute.
He's going to look at. He's gonna look at the crazy looking one.
Mm-mm.
um, and okay, the crazy looking one's just gonna nod at him in response, and then in the Shadowlands you'll see a strange, like, kind of string touch between the two and shift, and then stop, separate. Which brings it on to Wraith number 3.
They just fuse?
No.
Okay.
Wraith number 3 is the heavily moliated one. He's going to try and guess that one.
Oh, just what's happening?
He is, there's Wraith number 3. He's gonna point at, actually, he did. Let's see. Yes, he does. Okay. He's gonna point at Carlotta.
Me? Okay. Oops.
Okay, he failed, so nothing happens. He looks a little disappointed. Next is the other guy who's gonna just try and punch Maria, because he's just following his boss at this point. 4 to hit.
Yeah.
So 4 bashing.
It's bashing.
One, 2, 3. I soak 4.
Okay, cool. You're good. And then crazy looking dude is going to open his mouth. Not sneeze, but sing. Okay. So he begins, quote unquote, singing. The same effect as earlier happens, and everyone's at a +1 difficulty on most rolls for 4 rounds.
4 rounds, huh?
Yeah. And after that, I believe it is y'all's turn. Yes. So that brings it to Eiley.
If this guy is singing, I kind of have to shut him up too.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, we're up to the Diff 6 again, if I recall, right?
Correct.
That says to hit.
That's pretty good. Go ahead and roll your
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. Da-da-da. So I've got 1 success,
Yikes.
1 damage.
Oh, excuse me.
That plus your potence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2. I always forget about potence because I rarely ever use it.
Screaming changes into a brief sound of gurgling, and then he remembers that he doesn't have blood. After that, is Maria's turn.
Alrighty, gonna go for the one that is singing now. Follow her lead.
That one has stopped singing. It switched to gurgling for a second, and then it realized that.
He's got a knife in his throat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll hit Tyson.
Okay. Welcome up.
Do it. Spend willpower. Confirm my Discord thing for a second. Okay.
I'd hit on Mike Tyson. Just punched out for it. But I'd do it.
You would. And he'd say something smarmy.
You would.
Oh. Great, gotcha. Yeah. Brain's not working. There we go. Div is 4 with a knife. 5.
Yeah, diff 4 for the knife.
Three successes. Total. What the willpower?
Yeah, go ahead and wait, I thought.
And it's
How
2.
much? How much first? Didn't you pump blood?
Yeah, but I'm 1 die down because of the level.
Because of the what?
Because the health level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much blood did you pump into your dex?
2.
2. Okay. Okay.
So I'm at dex 3 with the nig 1.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So add 2 strength.
Yeah.
So 4.
Is it strength plus 1 for knife or just strength?
Yeah. Strength plus 1. Then plus 2 rollover.
4 altogether with the level. 2, 3 strength, I think. 3 lethal.
He's soaked to 1. So I'll put him up to. Put him to 6. Yeah, that's right. No, it's not. That's. No, it is. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I figured. Yeah, he's at 6. For some reason, I did his health level in Roman numerals, and I don't know why. Everybody else had Italian marks. After that, let's see, Eileen went, Maria went. Carlotta, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to continue and hopefully dump off my extended casting pattern attack. Diff has gone up by 1 to 5. It's the second round. I'm going to spend the quintessence to take it back to 4, and I'll spend a willpower again. 2 successes, possible powers 3 successes. I'll keep the 6 damage and do 3 additional targets. So
Okay.
four of them, I'll say the 4 nearest to me because I haven't got time in combat to be picky. Take 6 ag pattern damage.
I'm going to say the 4 closest to you are the Mike Tyson one, who is now screaming before quickly disappearing into a small typhoon. Wraith number 2, who was the original Banshee Man, who is also screaming and then fucking getting turned into a small tornado and disappearing. Wraith.
The one that tried to hit me, obviously.
Yes. That motherfucker is also screaming and turning into a small tornado. You managed to hit the 3 ones that were damaged with enough to fucking tip them over the edge. And then you've got the 4th one. I will let you choose between the heavily armored one or the one that's just kind of been following his boss.
Oh, the heavily armored one.
Heavily armored one? Okay.
Yeah, it's direct pass attack, so it's... Oh no, I think they didn't make it that soakable in this edition. I think they changed it in N20, didn't they?
Normally he can't, but he has basically turned his skin into armor.
Okay.
So it's not much armor, admittedly, but
hey, take the 6 ag. Take it. Okay.
Yeah. He soaks 3, so he'll take.
From a narrative point of view, Sophia looks absolutely indignant that a wraith had the impunity to dare strike her, and I just unleashes this at them, as they all just dissolve and blow away like wind before her authority.
After that, I believe it is back to top of rounds. After seeing 3 of their compatriots just fucking disappear, the other 2 wraiths are not feeling too great about this whole situation. So the heavily moliated one, none of you have extended your hearing to the Shadowlands, I believe. Is that correct?
Technically, it was just touch spirit, not hear spirit.
But you will see their lips move. I'll give you a perception alertness to read their lips. It'll be a difficulty 8 then.
No, not for me.
What are you doing, Discord? You said diff 8?
Correct. If Maria wants to report, she can as well.
I realized I was just talking to nothing. So, under the effects, the necromancer can see ghosts, translucent phantoms, and hears the whispers and moans.
So you can hear them?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Looks like Riley got 1 success.
Correct.
I will read the heavily armored one as saying, inform the leaders. I'll hold them off. Maria will definitely for sure hear that.
Okay. And which one is he talking to?
He's talking to the only other one that's still alive. Well, alive before turn, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. Can I soliloquy at all?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Allie, if you can get that one, they're gonna try to inform them.
Oh, I know. Ailey's eyeing up the one that was given the order.
Okay.
Oh, it's my turn, isn't it?
No, we're at top of the round. That was just his vocal action.
Okay.
He is going to try and let's see. Do some stupid shit, as Wraiths like to do. Wraiths are not meant to fucking fight regular people. I don't know if you guys
Not even a little.
Nope.
Which always confused me how they can get stabbed.
It helps whenever you have a fucking ghost stabby knife.
Yeah, well, Wraiths aren't really used to that situation.
Yeah, it's not an often. Not a common. Okay. He is going to concentrate. Little thing called awfulness.
Oh. I did not know Kias had necromancy in the second ed.
Yes, they did.
That's really weird.
It is. Alright.
You still have it as an option in V20.
Huh.
It's a weird option, right? But yes.
It's very smart. He looks incredibly angry during the action. Alright. Maria and Eiley, pick a number between 10.
1 and 10? 8.
4.
4? Okay. Eiley. Fire has happened.
Oh!
Take 3 fire damage.
Ugh.
You
got
are
any
currently.
Oh god, I can't even soak that.
That might be the test, probably.
Yeah, you'll need
I just automatically take 3 damage.
and every turn until you put it out, you'll take another 3 damage.
Oh!
Oh god.
What have I seen happen?
So the wraith that is fully armored
Yes.
glares with, for lack of a less literal term, a death glare at Eiley. And then she just spontaneously combusts.
Nope.
Okay. Theoretically, can I counter magic that?
You can give it a shot.
I have Prime Sight of Wraith Law, so I can see the effect,
Yeah.
maybe recognize it. I assume it
Do you have force?
No, but I have Spirit and Entropy.
It would hold on.
Okay.
It would be technically all the spheres that would be required to replicate this effect would be forces, entropy, prime, and spirit.
Okay. I believe they changed the rules in M20. You only need one of the spheres being used to counter magic.
I will double check that, and if that's the case, then I'll give it to you.
It surprised me when I discovered this. What's he got on the counter magic?
I know it's in a really weird spot.
Yeah, it used to be you needed every sphere, but as they've changed it, counter magic, basic counter magic, sphere knowledge, page 546 in the PDF. To oppose another's effect, you must have at least one dot in at least one of the spheres being used to attack you.
So it was 5, 4, 6.
So if it,
Oh yeah.
I'm happy for you to say not because it's obviously it's a weird wraith effect. That's fine, but
I'll give it to you.
okay.
I'll let you get it.
It is like if can I spend quintessence on counter magic?
Well, you have to, because this is protective counter magic, you have to spend at least one to kick off the effect, but I will allow you to reduce the difficulty using more. You're still limited to your avatar rating.
The optional protective rule. Okay. This rule requires. Yeah, I've got a climb. Also requires at least one plus one. I have to spend one quintessence for it. And is it plus one diff? So it's base diff of 8. Okay. I will spend 2 extra quintessence to drop the diff back to 6, add a spend of willpower.
Okay.
And obviously my action return. Rolled 1 success, plus willpower is 2 successes of counter magic.
Okay.
He loses 2 successes.
Yes. Now it is only 2 levels of aggravated.
I tried.
You did your best.
That's a narrowed down 4 quint and 3 willpower. Boo.
Yes, you will need to make a courage roll. And it actually tells, this is about the size of a campfire. Which is nice. Actually describes what levels.
Well, at least not lit one up, which would presumably be.
Yeah, originally it was the size of an inferno.
Oh,
So I need to make a courage roll at what?
Let me find it.
No, bad Wraith. Stop that. Oh,
Start
boy.
squirting against the fucking
You
squirrel.
reduce the damage to 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Robo-Wraith.
did he have to roll to hit with that or not?
Have to roll what?
Did he have to roll to hit with that effect or not?
No.
Okay, just mentioned Jan has got a slipstream up. From
Right. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That's fine. Okay.
So yeah, it will be difficulty 6. Oh no, you're being burned. Difficulty 7. Sorry.
7.
Willpower.
3 successes.
Okay. Cool. You were able to overcome your fear for a little bit. I'll say 3 rounds. You can continue to make courage rolls every round until you get 5 or you fail. Excuse me. Or you can continue to spend willpower to maintain control for a turn. So yeah, that will. You'll see the other wraiths start to fucking book it. It is now Eileen's turn, I believe. You won't take the damage this turn because I'm not that big of an asshole, but you are on fire. You can roll to try and put yourself out.
I'm debating whether I should put myself out first and then go for him, or just try to tackle him while I'm on fire.
I think the last one sounds hilarious.
I mean,
You can put yourself out with him.
don't want him to tell them. I guess it's the best. It's the worst and the best option. So what do I need to roll to tackle him? Dex brawl.
I believe so. Let me check. 'Cause I know that's a combat maneuver.
Grapple is
Yes,
dex
yes,
brawl. I think it's 7.
Yeah. Strength brawl. 7.
Okay.
And it deals strength plus 1 damage.
I'm flaming. I'm pissed.
I'll consider it ag damage because you're on fire.
Spending.
There you go.
What'd you say?
I said I'm spending a willpower.
Fair.
Oh god, I'm glad I spent that willpower.
How many did you get?
1.
1? Alright. Both you and he need to make a Dex Athletics roll to avoid being knocked on your ass.
Go, Allie, go. Go, Allie, go.
And this is the one that's running away, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to check what. I
Case
took
based
2
on this-
damage to that.
Yeah. And
I think it's at a -1.
Sorry.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's a -1 on my dice pool there for damage. And you said what's the diff? Sorry.
For the Dex Athletics.
The dex.
Yeah, there's the Dex Athletics roll, so you guys don't get knocked on your ass. That one's at difficulty 7.
Okay. Dice hate me.
How many successes?
Well, it's technically a botch.
Have at least 1 success.
No.
Oh no, okay.
It's not botched. It's a success. It's a failure. It's only a botch.
It's difficulty 7.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you're right then.
So yeah, you're down.
Keeping it
The
interesting.
fire's kind of fucking you up. You somehow managed to catch yourself more on fire.
Well, at least I'm on the ground. I can just roll around.
Yeah. You did hit him technically, so go ahead and roll your strength plus 1. Or no, you got how many successes did you get for the actual tackle?
1.
1. Okay. So yeah, strength plus 1. And I'll be nice and make it aggravated because fire tackle.
And potence.
Yeah, and my potence.
Yep.
So 2 or 3 with the potence.
3 of the potence. Okay. I love this game. All right. That brings us to Maria. How close was Eiley to Maria whenever she combusted?
I was trying not to be seriously close. I was stabbing Tyson last.
Okay. You will still need to make a crit roll, but it'll be difficult 5 because you were pretty far away.
Can you send spend willpower for that?
I believe so. That's fine.
Okay. 'cause I don't want to frenzy. Okay, courage. Oh, courage is pretty good. So difficulty 5. What was the diff again?
Difficulty 5.
5. Okay.
Sorry, sometimes I talk really low and it doesn't catch up on my mic.
No problem. I mumble, so you're in good company. And 3 with the willpower.
Okay. So yeah, you're kind of freaking out a little bit too, but you're able to kind of keep it under check for a little bit. Go ahead and do your round as normal.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stab the one she was chasing.
Okay.
So let me see here. I've got to do 3. Not gonna spend any more willpower.
Good, because this round she's going to be rolling to put herself out.
And it was 4 for the knife. I know I keep asking.
Yes.
Is he on the ground?
+1. No, he's not. He managed to keep his footing.
Okay.
It will be a +1 difficulty since you don't have any ranks in melee.
Successes.
Discuss to hit, double hit. He can't dodge since he's already taken his action. Go ahead and roll for damage.
So let me see here. Strength 3 plus 2, so 5. 2 damage.
2 damage. Right. And this is just with the regular knife.
Yes.
You soak too.
Damn it.
All right. Carlotta, your turn.
I had it, I think, because I counterspelled.
Oh yeah, you're right. We're
Elite
back at
action, so it's worth it at the time.
yeah. I mean, no, it was a good idea. Don't get me wrong.
But
the heavily armored wraith is going to now turn to Maria and also do.
It's Michael's turn, isn't it?
He's unconscious.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
No, he's had a couple rounds of healing, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's healed a couple health levels.
Okay,
He'll spend willpower to ignore wound penalties, jump up, and try and stab at the one that's running away.
Go, Michael. Come on, Michael. Wrap it up.
He rolled fairly well.
Nice.
You got 3 to hit. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Take that on the sake of a lag.
Yeah. 4 aggravated,
Nice.
which will be just enough to dissipate that one.
All right.
Now it is the heavily armored ones again. He has just seen his last friend get wrecked. He's already pretty angsty right now.
And he's already on. Is he some ag, isn't he, from the pattern rip?
Yes, he has 3 ag.
He has an important wound penalty.
Yeah, for sure.
The Wraiths have wound penalties because of the.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They don't have like organs and stuff, but then they're vampires, so in the same way.
Yeah. He's going to look at Maria and also glare at her.
Damn it.
Okay, so before you roll it, I guess I have to decide if I'm counterspelling or not, don't I?
Yes. Would you like to turn counterspell?
So if I do that, it means I'm not acting. Yes, I'll attempt to counterspell.
Okay. Nathan, You look at him and you think he's about to do something, and then nothing happens with the glare.
Okay. Does that mean I still get to act or not?
You will still get your normal action.
Hey.
Did he botch?
He failed.
Oh, poor guy.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Eiley, it is your turn. You will take another 2 ag.
Okay. Well, I will take that 2 egg, and I am rolling to put myself on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and do your Dex Athletics. You can also do another Reflex Purge roll to try and not fall to Rot Trek whenever all this is over.
Okay. So, my Dex Athletics to roll.
Yep. It
I'm so
technically
happy
requires the
it's
Dex
blood on
Athletics
it.
to put out fire.
5 dice. So, I have to roll 3 dice.
Yikes. Is that incorporating wound penalties?
That is
Okay.
the wound penalties.
Can
And
she
is
blow willpower
it
to ignore it?
standard?
It is standard. If you want to spend the willpower, which I would highly suggest you may.
Yeah,
Normally-
that's gonna happen.
Normally, it would only
Spend
take 1 success to put yourself out. Because you botched last round, it'll take 2.
Well, I have 3 successes with the willpower.
You are no longer on fire.
Good, and now you want my courage roll?
Yes.
7 still?
Yeah. Actually, we'll call it 6 this time because you're technically no longer on fire. You're just feeling the burn. Oh, man.
Mhm.
All right,
No.
Eileen. You put yourself out, and then you start screeching at the top of your lungs and running away like a mad woman.
Appropriate.
Oh. So yeah, Maria, your turn, homie.
There's no more fire, right?
There is no more fire, correct?
Okay, and Mr. Super Rate's still there?
Yep.
I'm gonna stab him.
Stabby, stabby.
Alright. Yep, okay. See. Oh, where's this going? There it is. One success.
1 success to hit. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead and roll for damage.
It's 9 plus 1. So. Uh, 395. So I think 1.
Yeah, 1. Easy.
Damn it.
All right. I believe that brings us to Carlana.
Okay.
Kill it.
Is Ali still holding her knife, or did it get dropped in all the stuff?
She's probably clinging onto it for dear life.
Okay.
In herself,
As I'm running away screaming.
Okay, so I don't have a weapon on me. So I'm trying to think of something more clever than just a pattern rip.
I mean, if it ain't broke.
I could run up and do something else, but it's like I don't actually have a weapon right now. So yeah, okay, fine. I spend a willpower. I go for the old pattern rip. Well, that's only 2 successes, so that's like a 2 damage, I think.
How
It's
much is-
activated, but it can submit. It's got cheese soak, so
Yeah.
meh.
It's 4, you said?
No, it's I only got 2 successes. So I think it's just 2. If you really only get stood at 3, it's the damage chart. So it's like if the damage chart it's not forces, so it's rubbish. Until you hit 3. Yeah, it's 2 levels.
Yikes.
About.
It managed to soak that just barely.
Oh well. Well, I wasn't expecting tracklist anyway. So
It's top of rounds. Michael's gonna spend another willpower and try to stab it
Do it.
as hard as he can.
Ag knife of death.
Tag life of death.
yeah, didn't prepare enough hack knives.
He'll yell out to Maria, "I'm gonna need more good juice." his final blood to get for celerity. We'll spend it for celerity. We'll get 1 extra action.
Do it, Michael. Kill it, kill it, kill it.
He rolled really well for his attack.
Yay! It's a lot of damage.
He got 4 successes.
There you go.
For ag. So 3. Take 1. Wraith's turn. Let's see. He's not really going to take any more angst because he's taken quite a bit at this point. So he's going to try and punch Michael, because Michael seems to be pretty good. Got 1 success to hit.
Soak it, Michael, soak it.
3 bashing. Yeah. Michael soak 3.
Nice.
So that will be up. Next is Eiley, who's still running for dear life. Might be a problem later. Then we go to Maria.
All right. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
So what's that? So Ali's put the fire out, but is still in frenzy.
Yeah, she botched on her last courage
Still in
roll.
frenzy. Okay, so that's all right.
3 successes.
3
It was a triple.
Yep.
Fucking get it.
Do it. All right. Do. Can't I remember these things? 2, 5. Okay. Five, 5, 7, 3, 4.
You said.
I just imagine her running into like a a busy street with a knife, and then the cops just gunning her down.
So, too, you need to learn potence, Maria.
I do.
Oh, one thing you'll note, Maria. You don't have celerity, and you never taught your goal celerity. You're not really sure where you.
Huh. I'll have to ask him that later.
Yeah. Go ahead and go Carlotta.
Okay, so what do I see?
You see Eiley still running for her life. She's eyesight.
I know not to get in the way of frenzy and vampire. That's a bad career move.
You're a smart deal, mate.
Okay.
You see Michael trying to fucking stab the shit out of this thing. you see Maria also trying to stab the shit out of this thing.
It's just not
And
happening.
and it's just trying really hard to like swing at them both, but it's so heavily armored it can't move.
I assume she didn't drop the knife when she offended.
She did not.
Oh, boo. Okay. There's no spare weapons around. Pat attacks. It's a good. It's not actually that great. Shall I go? Shall I just go and hit it? Is that a thing I could do? Yeah, let's go and hit it for once. Okay. This is why I surprise people. I'm going to use. I don't just find the right page.
She's breaking out the Stargazer martial art.
I am breaking out a martial art move, yes, as it happens. That's why I'm just trying to find the martial art rules, because I've not actually used them before.
What maneuvers do you have?
I've got all 6 rules on my character sheet, but I just have to look them up to know exactly which one is relevant.
You can also, with martial arts, just do a general strike, and it's at diff 5 instead of diff 6. And I think it still does lethal.
Okay, well, I'll do that to save time then. Fine.
Okay.
I think I'm throwing 6 dice. Let's. Okay, Sophia comes running in and assumes a style. Maria might recognise this. Sophia's used the Cane Italia, which is a Milanese martial arts form based on heavy strikes, and that's I rolled 5 successes to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I had no idea the Milanese had a martial art.
Yeah. It's like the French style, but slower and more powerful.
Nathan, before you roll damage, was Death Strike one of your maneuvers?
I just said it was a standard martial art attack to save time.
Okay. I was going to say, if you want to change it to Death Strike as one of your maneuvers, I'm totally cool with that.
I don't have Death Strike. Let's go with that. Is it strength plus 1?
Death Strike is strength plus 2. Regular martial, like general strikes, is just going to be straight strength plus your roll.
Straight strength is 2, but the 5 successes roll over. So that's right. 1, 2, 3 successes on damage.
Use the 3. Okay, that is enough to cause it to undergo the harrowing. So yeah, it fucking starts screaming and disappears into another small tempest. You still have a rampaging Eiley to deal with. Well, not rampaging, a screeching Eiley to deal with.
Running and screeching.
Yeah.
Okay. In this edition, can you talk someone out of frenzy? That used to be a thing. Like social mode to talk them down.
What in the check? I don't think that you can.
Okay, fine.
If you try to get in her way, she's going to attack you.
Do I need to make a willpower roll or something?
Okay, Maria, could you do anything about that?
No.
Probably? No?
Not really.
find a way to knock her out.
Stake. Well, hopefully, well, I don't know, if we'll run around the corner and that causes a scene refresh, and that'll be fine.
Just despawn. It'll be fine.
Michael, do you have any steaks in the trunk?
He'll go and, like,
Okay.
it's a little woozy,
Okay.
but he'll go and look. So I guess willpower. He'll pull out a couple steaks. Oh, we just gotta catch her.
Yep.
Probably get on that, and he'll just start fucking running after her.
No.
Go, Mike.
Right,
better
hang
help
on a
him.
minute. There should be a way to sort this out. Okay. Right. Tiger, can I do? I could do Prime 2, rubbing the bones, to try and basically stun her with that. What? So he can put the stake in.
Sure, you can try it.
Is that a thing? Will that work? Based on I have kindred law, is that a thing, or will she just go home with friends and ignore the pain? Okay.
I'm gonna say you're pretty sure it'll work, because I mean, it might set her into another frenzy whenever she gets like out of the stunned effect, but it's still gonna be like, it's like you can be really mad and then someone just fucking punch you in the face. You're still gonna have a second where you have to like fucking get your bearings and shit, right?
Okay. Okay. Hang on, just a moment. Right, quick, Michael, pass me that steak for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna bless the steak with an entropy 2 effect, so that basically make it easy to hit with for one hit. Think I can do that like a good luck charm.
I mean, if you do, I'll have Wraith. So.
What's that? 2, 5. Yeah, to say 2 successes, that's be like minus 1 or 2 off the diff.
If you put 1 into duration, it'll be minus 1.
I'll just maintain it on concentration. He's only going to use it right away, so I'll just keep it by.
It'll be minus 2
within this scene for concentration. And yeah, I'll do that, and okay, and Ali's under my slipstream effect, but I assume I can suppress that.
You can turn it off. You'll have to redo it later, though.
Oh, okay. I had to turn it off. I could just remove it. Fine, I'll remove it because she's not going to get staked with a slipstream on, is she? That's just like.
Yeah.
Okay, right, Michael. Go on in. And yeah, okay. And when Michael's in position, I'll try and stun her with a Prime 2, rubbing the bones.
Because I usually allow players to do this, I'm going to allow him to get the blood back for that unused celerity. He will, however, use it to catch up to her because she's running very fast, and while he is still fairly fast, he is still immortal.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll get into position. He'll actually sprint past her very quickly, and then get around the corner, and then like flash out a quick thumbs up to Carlotta.
Okay. Right. So base diff is Prime 2. Base diff. Is this? It's not vulgar.
This is not vulgar because it doesn't create an effect that's super obvious.
Okay. So it's base diff 5. How can I use my? Can I say I can use my body in this? No, I think that would be cheesy to try to claim that. So I've just base diff 5. I'll spend 1 contestants. Base diff 4.
Okay. How much do you have left?
Oh, it's what it paid off. 3 successes.
3 successes.
That's a lot of pain. It's not damage. It's not damage. It's just pain.
Right. How much Quint do you have left? Like, I'm sure you.
I think it was on that fully charged because I was just getting one every day from. I get and there was no scenes happening this month. It was blue book. I was on max. I was on 20 at the start of the scene. I've spent 5.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I can't like you guys are quintessence shenanigans. I can't keep up.
Okay, so
3 successes.
I'm looking at rubbing the bones. I used to use a lot in the old second edition, but bones. Yeah, basically you make their internal quintessence pattern fluctuate. It technically inflicts bashing damage, but it hurts a lot. So theoretically that sticks bashing, but
and that's pre-soak.
But then it's the big bit is the victim does a willpower roll, difficulty being the number of health levels pre-soak that you've taken, so 6.
So go ahead and roll your willpower.
If you succeed, you're still active, not you're paralyzed with agony. It does actually say it's a bit vulgar because it makes the whole fade out of existence for a bit.
Fair enough.
So
we'll keep the difficulty. You will gain.
Gain 2 paradox, I guess.
Paradox. Just because I was.
Our first paradox this game. Boo.
Okay.
It's all my fault.
Yeah. So Eiley, go ahead and roll willpower difficulty 6.
No, that's.
And for once, try not to.
For once, fail. Oh.
4 successes.
All right.
Let's take the damage.
So, Michael sees the glowiness, takes that as the signal. She's going to jump around the corner and try to stake her.
He still needs to soak the 6 bashing damage.
Yeah, you do need to soak bashing.
Oh, I need to soak 6.
Yeah, 6
I'm
bashing.
get halved anyway, so it's not like.
Yeah. I mean, if she doesn't soak any of it, that's uncap her. She's at, what, 4 right now?
Yep, I'm at 4. And I have a whopping stamina of 2.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh, reaching pump.
And I only soak 2 of it.
So you take
So I take 4.
half the 2.
And that puts me. So wait, bashing is cut in half, isn't it?
Yep.
So how many do I actually take?
So 2.
So I'll put you at 2. Yeah, so you'll be at 6, which is not enough to end-cap you, but it does slow you down very heavily.
Right.
Yeah.
Michael's going to hop around the corner, spend a willpower, and try to stake you. I believe stakes are difficulty 8 to hit with.
I didn't think it was that hard, but I remember I put a good luck charm on it, so possibly drop the diff slightly.
Yeah.
Only needs to get 1 success, I think, anyway.
No, you need 3 successes, don't you, to stake properly?
Oh.
I know it's like fucking hard as shit.
Stake. Yeah, because it's such a takedown for vampires. If it's not, it's actually really hard. Stake. Tackle. Stake.
There it is. Stake through heart. Stake. Vampire attack must target the heart. Difficulty 9. Okay.
Whew.
It has to inflict at least some damage.
I've dropped it by 2 points to 7.
Yes.
So that's only.
Go, Mike, go. Go, Mike, go.
Well, if he fails, he might drop you the bashing damage anyway.
4 deaths.
Is it bashing or lethal for stakes?
4 successes. Anyway, 4 successes for the thing. So he'll roll damage. 4.
Let me prepare my epic too.
Okay, he got 4 damage.
Is it bashing or lethal for stakes?
That's a good question.
I'm trying to find it.
I would personally assume lethal
That's what I would think.
for heart.
Strength plus 1, stick to the heart.
Yeah, it's not listed as a blunt object.
Yeah, I mean, most stabby weapons would be lethal, wouldn't they?
So 4 lethal.
If you soak 2, you don't get staked.
Yeah.
I soak nothing, so it doesn't matter.
Perfect.
Christ, Eileen's a little fuck. Oh wait, shit. How much egg did you have?
How much egg did I have?
Yes.
4.
4. Okay, and then you took 2 bashing. Right?
I mean, wait, don't ones not count on soak, or do they count on soak?
They do not count on soak.
Okay, so I have 1 success.
Yeah, so it's taking 3 lethal. So 4 ag, 2 lethal, and I think you might mean torpor.
Yep.
You won't be dead because it's not an ag and it's not a decap. So you're definitely not dead, but I think it might be torpor.
No, she's only at 6 lethal, 1 bashing, so she's just regular incapacitated.
Oh, good.
And staked.
Yeah, and stake. Like, he's gonna realize he missed the first time and then just kind of... to make sure.
Right. Okay.
All right. I gotta be heading this to bed.
Okay, well, I guess we wrap the scene up if she has to go. So, okay, Michael, put her in the car.
He will give a woozy salute, pick her up, and put her in the car.
I think, yeah, I have 2 dots in drive if required.
I can drive us.
Fine. Okay. Right. Oh well. Back to the mortuary. Well.
That could have gone better.
Okay. Well. Okay. Let's just think about this. Okay. Right. I assume we can we get Maria fed at the mortuary? Do they have her on hand?
They got a couple dudes in the basement.
Fine. Maria, go sort yourself out.
Mhm.
Michael, good job. See me later. You will be rewarded. For now, let's sort Miss Duncern out. So she's taken a mix of Bashilag and lethal, and she's unstaked, and she's on incap.
Eileen's really fucked up right now. That's what you know.
Okay.
Really, really fucked up.
And I turn my slipstream off on her as well, so her slipstream's gone.
Shit is fucked on this.
Right. Okay. I'll order for her to be fed some blood while she's staked.
Okay.
And then I'll order her to be, restrained. I assume they've got facilities.
Yes.
And we'll unstake her.
Oh boy.
I'm going to assume that she has spent blood to heal at least the bashing.
Well, yes, we'll feed her. Well, we'll feed her blood while she's staked. Then we'll unstake her.
Yeah. So yeah, you will wake Eileen in the morgue, probably on a slab. They've taken you down into the basement so that people don't ask questions. That same zombie from earlier is just kind of whistling a tune as he kind of sweeps up the area.
What in the ever-loving fuck happened?
The wraith was able to conjure fire.
If you want to make an intelligence rank lord, you can figure out how.
You
I don't have that one.
rather, yeah. You succumb to frenzy. Fortunately, Michael rather saved the day. Right.
She's kind of is look. She's Auto, but she's looking herself over like the fuck.
How about those burn wounds, though?
Okay. Maria, are you feeling better?
I am.
Right. I believe Michael needed to be fed. He
does.
Deserves it.
I'm gonna go take care of that.
Well. No harm done. We all survived, and we did dispatch the five wraiths, at least for a little while.
So they didn't get back to warn their
No, but we were hardly
master.
we were hardly in a fit state to press home, and those wraiths were only dropped into a harrowing. They will recover.
Mm-hmm.
And they now know we're onto them. They've seen our faces and have a measure of our power.
Guys, I'm gonna bounce for the evening. Thanks for dealing with my bullshit. Hope you all had fun.
Yep. I'm gonna head off myself.
Oh. Ailey's just face palming.
All right, guys and gals, I gotta scoot. Gotta go to bed.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun.
I'm happy to keep your playing if you want to. Well, as I said, it could have gone wrong, but everyone's here, and I assume you'll recover in a few days.
Certainly hope so.
I don't know.
Suppose we shoot a plan now.
Well, there's a question whether they'll stay there now they know it's been discovered, or whether they'll choose to move on.
I hope they move on.
Either way. I was rather imagining that having a necromancer with us would be more use against them. But still.
Perhaps more experienced. A lot of necromancers might be
Yes, well, I guess he's more.
handy.
I guess he's more of a ritualist than. But still, you asked to experience our arts. You've had your first experience seeing into the Sharelands, of touching race, of seeing their powers. And as I said, you certainly you distinguished yourself right up until the point at which they called forth fire.
Oh.
But I suppose if they were expecting vampire opposition, they would have race on guard that could do that.
Right. Sure, will be well prepared for it later too.
So, how should we proceed in this matter?
That's a good question. To somebody about these harbingers.
Well, not that we faced them yet. That was just their servants.
I know. But perhaps I gotta go back and reference my blue book out of character here. Robert told me to I could do about these and help. Oh, of course it freezes.
Oh, at the very least, we've put them on the back foot. The servants are scattered and exposed. If they're sensible, they will have to relocate. That would take their time and their efforts away. This is not a defeat. It's just not quite the victory we might have imagined.
But we should put surveillance to at least see what their movements are. Someone won't expect, obviously.
Our difficulty would be that around here, surveillance means send a wraith to follow them. But when we're dealing with other necromancers, that doesn't really work quite so well.
Right. But surely if they have masters, they must be other necromancers, which means they can't hang out in the Shadowlands all the time. At some point, they're going to have to come out.
Well, I was assuming they have a haven where they sleep in that old tube station.
Right.
I must confess, I had not considered the possibility that they themselves travel to the Shadowlands. That's a rare feat. But now that you mention it, that's something we should consider. We were a little rash. We could have waited till we were more armed, but once we were there, once we were seen, then it was
it's kind of doer.
And on balance,
right.
If we'd done nothing, then we would have lost the opportunity. And ultimately, I know it's uncomfortable, but we haven't really lost anything meaningful in the long term. I'll need a few days of good rest myself.
Right. I suppose we can talk with Douglas Milliner and find out what he knows. That might be helpful in this future pursuit.
Yes. I mean, there is the option that we discussed at the start to evolve, be it the Camarilla, be it other powers in the city. But then I think we lose control of this situation.
Right.
Oh.
I don't think they'll know much anyway, so we may as well keep it in the family.
Well, we should probably arrange to get that location investigated. Even after they've left, there may be some small clues they leave behind. Some evidence of what they've been up to. So, do you? How do you feel? You seem calm enough.
Like I
You seem calm enough now.
was just kindred barbecue.
Well, you at least are calm enough now to have this conversation. Would you like me to unstrap you, or are you enjoying those restraints?
Let me loose.
Okay. Well, Carlotta will, release you. Perhaps look a little disappointed.
She kind of sits up and stretches a little.
Still, once I'm rested, I'll get you and Maria together, and I'll recast that. Good luck charm. I had to take it down for Michael to bring you in.
Perfect.
And and yes, I suppose Michael does deserve some good reward. That was good service on his part.
Yeah, from what I saw, he did a damn good job.
Well, he led from the front. He went down, and he got back up and kept fighting.
Yep.
Have you got a ghoul of your own?
Brought him with me from Scotland, actually.
Good.
I suppose. Maybe some rest will give a new thought on how to handle this situation.
Yes, well, I'm sure you should. Well, when you're going to sleep here, I'll get back to your haven, but there's only so many hours, and you're not the only one who gets tired. You can imagine my schedule is a little erratic. Well,
Up all day and up all night.
Still, you rest up, and we'll speak again in a few days and decide our next steps. Well, say that you should probably file a report with the miller that's here before you go this time,
Right.
just in case you want anything done, and like immediately. But until next time,
Yes.
good to see you again. Thank you, President.
Wonderful to see you too.
Watchers are watching another episode of Chaos in London, or Necromancers versus Wraith Deathmatch.